If you are new here, welcome. My name is Matt and I've been traveling the world full-time since 2019. Recently, I relocated to Bangkok to continue my quest to travel to 30 countries by the time I'm 30. At 19 countries and counting, 11 remain. Come along as I explore different cuisines, cultures, and embark on fun travel adventures throughout Southeast Asia. Welcome to the ancient city. The world's largest outdoor museum is in the shape of Thailand. We will explore and witness the beauty of Thailand's incredible monuments and architectural attractions located throughout its 77 provinces. Join me as we get lost amongst the immaculate views of such an ancient world. Welcome back to a new video here in Bangkok, Thailand. Today we have an interesting one. We are visiting all the provinces in Bangkok in one day. Well, not exactly. We're at the ancient city here, and they have temples, they have replicas, they have, different constructions that represent different places in different provinces of Thailand. And you can go to all the places here at the ancient city park to get a glimpse of what is in each province. We're gonna see the most important ones because we have that golf cart right there for the next 2 hours. We can see as much as we can with that time limit. So hopefully we can see enough, keep our fingers crossed. We drove by a group of buffalo that were grazing alongside the road. I believe they used them for moving things around. They were an unexpected sight to see. Then we moved along to the Pavillion of the Enlightened, a symbol to give light to 500 monks from different cultural backgrounds. What a fascinating structure sitting above the water. If you want fancy Instagram shots, this is your spot. So while we drive from place to place, let me tell you about the process here. It is 700 baht for a foreigner to enter. So the good news is when you come into the ancient city here, they give you a map and they recommend the places that you should see over the other places. So that's what we're doing to get the most of our time. I believe the price for the rental is 350 for the first hour, and then after that, it's another 100 baht per hour. Next up on our tour was the multi-headed dragon spitting water. The name of this structure is too complicated to pronounce. The detail was amazing and the colors grabbed my attention immediately. So this one right here is one of the ones I was most excited to see. As you can see, it's partly under construction. And that happens. They're doing some maintenance, but I don't know the name of it. I don't really know the names of any of them. I don't really know the history of any of them, but nonetheless, they look cool to see. Cool colors, cool architecture, and we're gonna keep exploring around. Next up was the Rainbow Bridge, another popular Instagram spot for taking next level profile pictures. Next to it was some floating flowers and a pavilion with a restaurant. We quickly took some photos and carried on while passing a floating ship and some other interesting buildings along the water that had great detail. The names were too hard to remember or pronounce. So the other good news here is that there is an audio guide for most of these places. You can go on the internet, and when you get to each one, you just play a little audio clip that's about a minute long, tells you about it, and that's a way to learn about it. But if you have the time, you can do that. If you don't, you might just want to walk around, look at it, and then when you go home, kind of look up some information or do it beforehand. Just stopped over here at another one of the sites in the ancient city with this big white Buddha sitting down. And it's pretty cool. It's holding some plants. It's called that right there. This site was pretty cool. There was lots of standing and sitting Buddhas and these big columns where you can kind of hide behind, take some photos and videos. You can also ride elephants, as we saw people riding elephants around the monuments. But we continued to drive around more until we made the next stop. You can go through here if you can fit. I'm gonna try. Oh! It's like little tunnels. Oh, they're chasing me. Wow, it's definitely small in here. I mean, I could stand up right here, but I'm not gonna move because there's spider webs everywhere. But we are gonna go through it into the inner side. Oh, and here we are, into the Purple Temple of Shortness. I don't know what it is, but pretty cool how it's all like a purple size. Oh, whoa. That's a pretty cool view through there. Now we've come on over to this big grand palace, and this might be one of the last stops of today's tour because yeah, there's a lot to see. Running out of time, like I said, with the golf cart. You can spend hours and hours here and, you know, really feel like you've barely seen anything because of how big it is. Now I am realizing that there is a lot of maintenance going on, a lot of construction, a lot of things that aren't really open, like the floating market, something up on top of a cliff. But there are some other ones that are open, which is good, and there's still a lot to see, so it's still worth it. But yeah, you definitely got to check it out. Why not? And there we have some buffalo on the riverbank, just chilling out. Let's get some coffee, something to drink. Stop for the coffee break. Actually, it's the end of the trip anyways here, but nice cold iced espresso, 60 baht, good price. Now we gotta return this cart before they charge us another arm and a leg.
After driving around for a while, we finished up our golf cart tour and we returned the rental. Then we went to the market hall since it is near the entrance to explore it. You can choose to do this first or last. Take a walk through it for some souvenirs or try some local food.
Lots of things you can buy here at the market hall. Some stunner shades, plenty of hats, souvenirs. So it does look like they do some sort of shows sometimes here. Maybe a puppet show with these little monkey guys. Wow, just check out the incredible detail on this here. It's all made of wood. Every little part of it is painted. Who knows how long that would take, but that's some serious determination. Some serious craftsman skill as well. Now parts of it is falling apart, you can see over there, but still really, really cool. Right now all the workers are taking naps. You can see them there under the shade, taking cover in the hot afternoon sun. If you're in Bangkok and you have time, definitely come to the ancient city. It's worth it. And if you can't make it to all the other provinces to see the different temples and structures that are pretty famous, come here and see it all in one go. Can't beat that. One thing you should know is that you should definitely try to get here early in the morning, whether it's a weekday or weekend, because as it gets closer to noon, more people start showing up. We arrived here, I think, at 10:15 in the morning, and there was barely anybody here, but now there's definitely a lot more people. Look, there's buses where there was big parties coming, and there is school trips. I mean, there's a fair amount of people here now, so if you want to get the fantastic photos with nobody around, early morning is the time to go. And I believe they close somewhere around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, maybe 6. We're gonna head back to the BTS and do something else today in the city. So maybe this video will continue.
For the remainder of the night, I checked out this local food truck and beer market. It is called W Market and located outside of the BTS stop Phra, Khanong. There are plenty of food stalls and trucks with bars selling pitchers of beer. I had a pulled pork grilled cheese with fries. It wasn't cheap nor extremely expensive. The taste was absolutely mouth-watering and totally worth it. Definitely a cool place to come to if you want to party, hang with friends, and have good food with a good atmosphere.